colors of a worn-out soul. The rain falls slow on the boulevard, paint and silver on abandoned yards. A neon sign flickers red and gold, like stories too stubborn to grow old. The city hums in faded tones through empty bars and payphone calls. And somewhere beneath the midnight glow, a worn-out soul still carries hope. I met my reflection in a cafe window, a stranger with eyes that had seen too much snow. Too many highways, too many goodbyes, too many sunsets chased across the sky. The waitress poured another cup, asked me softly, "You giving up?" I smiled and said, "Not yet, my friend. I'm just learning where the colors end." Outside, a saxophone drifted low, like a river only dreamers know, and every note seemed to paint a scene from all the places I'd been. The night whispered through the pouring rain, every scar leaves behind a shade. These are the colors of a worn-out soul: midnight blue and weathered gold, shades of heartbreak, shades of grace. Every memory leaves a trace, and every trumpet crying through the dark still keeps a little fire and spark. Oh, life becomes a masterpiece whole in the colors of a worn-out soul. There was a painter on Market Street, turning broken dreams into something sweet. His canvas held 1,000 skies, reflected in tired eyes. He said, "The world ain't black and white, it's every shadow mixed with light. The deepest beauty you'll ever know comes from the cracks that let life show." His words stayed with me through the night, like a lighthouse burning bright. And suddenly the rain outside looked less like sorrow, more like life. Every storm had left its hue, every loss had painted something new. These are the colors of a worn-out soul: midnight blue and weathered gold, shades of heartbreak, shades of grace. Every memory leaves a trace, and every saxophone drifting free sounds like a part of me. Oh, life becomes a masterpiece whole in the colors of a worn-out soul. Old postcards tucked away, names that time could never erase. Train whistles fading into the night, ghosts softened by distance and light. And me, learning that every shade I've worn helped to paint who I've become. Feeling lighter than before I'd gone, because every chapter, every fall had meaning after all. The soul isn't measured by perfection's role, but by the colors it learns to hold. The joy, the pain, the dreams we stole to become whole. These are the colors of a worn-out soul: silver, rain, and burning gold. Shades of courage, shades of truth, lessons gathered from youth. And every trumpet greeting dawn sounds like the strength to carry on. Oh, the most beautiful stories ever told live in a worn-out soul. Yes, the moon still shines on broken dreams, on restless hearts and quiet streets. And somewhere beyond what we can control, life keeps painting the worn-out soul. The rain lets go, the sky grows bright, the city wakes, the stars say goodnight. And somewhere beneath the morning glow, the colors of a worn-out soul still show. When life sang through the blues, the rain fell slow on a downtown street, keeping time with a tired heartbeat. Neon reflections danced in the night like forgotten dreams searching for light. A lonely trumpet drifted from a bar, floating beneath a sky full of scars. And somewhere between the whiskey and truth, life began to sing through the blues. I was sitting alone in a corner booth, trying to make peace with the things I'd lose. A cold black coffee by my hand and a head full of unfinished plans. The bartender knew me by my name, knew every victory, every shame. He said, son, every storm leaves a mark, but every sunrise follows the dark. Outside, the city kept moving on like a worn out but beautiful song, while inside the piano played the sound of mistakes that made us who we became. Then the saxophone rose through the haze like hope waking up after days. That's when life sang through the blues, through broken roads and worn out shoes, through every scar I tried to hide, through every tear I kept inside, and every note carried me home, through nights I thought I'd face alone. Oh, sometimes the heart discovers truth when life sings through the blues. A woman danced beneath the stage light glow, like she had nowhere left to go. Yet every step she softly made turned sorrow into a serenade. She smiled and said, don't fear the pain, it's just sunshine waiting behind the rain. The soul grows strong when it bends, and broken roads still find their end. The band played low and the room stood still, as if time itself had lost its will. And every face beneath the lights, look like a survivor of the night. And somewhere in that smoky room, the darkness started making room. That's when life sang through the blues, through broken roads and worn out shoes, through every scar I tried to hide, through every tear I kept inside, and every note carried me home, through nights I thought I'd face alone. Oh, sometimes the heart discovers truth when life sings through the blues. Midnight trains beyond the town, old photographs turned upside down, dreams that faded, dreams that stayed, the price of every choice we made. And me, learning that healing isn't forgetting, it's remembering without breaking. Morning slowly painted the sky like forgiveness, learning how to arrive. The rain had gone, the streets were clear, and somehow so was all my fear. I stepped outside and breathed the dawn, feeling lighter than before I'd gone, because every loss had taught me grace, every goodbye had left a trace. The city still carried its share of pain, but now I heard a different refrain, not one of sorrow, but of proof that hope survives the blues. That's when life sang through the blues, turning old wounds into something new. Every heartbreak became a line in a song that only time could write, and every saxophone in the dawn sounded like a reason to carry on. Oh, the soul becomes its strongest truth when life sings through the blues. Yes, the night still falls and the rain still comes, and sometimes the road still feels undone, but somewhere beneath the moonlit hues, life keeps singing through the blues. The city wakes, the shadows fade, the river flows, a new song plays, and somewhere in the morning dew, life still sings through the blues. Still chasing tomorrow. The city sleeps beneath a veil of rain, streetlights shimmer on the window pane. A midnight train rolls out of sight, carrying dreams into the night. The radio hums a worn-out tune, soft as shadows beneath the moon. And somewhere beyond the neon glow, a restless heart still wants to go. Packed my hopes in an old suitcase, along with fears I couldn't quite erase. A photograph tucked inside a book, and a promise life had overlooked. The highway stretched like an endless line through dusty towns and changing times. Every mile whispered something new about who I was becoming too. I met a drifter in Tennessee who said, "Son, don't let yesterday keep its hands around your future days. The road was made for getting away." The stars above seemed to agree, shining on possibility. I'm still chasing tomorrow, through every joy and every sorrow, through winding roads and midnight skies, still believing in sunrise. And every saxophone crying blue sounds like a dream that's breaking through. Oh, no matter how far I roam, tomorrow still feels like home. In a cafe outside New Orleans, a singer sang about broken dreams, but in her voice there lived a fire that refused to ever tire. She smiled and said, between the songs, most people think they've waited too long, but life don't care about the years. It only asked what you doing here. The room grew quiet for a while as strangers traded weary smiles, and suddenly the night felt less alone, like hope had found a microphone. The moon hung low above the town, lighting roads not yet found. I'm still chasing tomorrow, through every joy and every sorrow, through winding roads and midnight skies, still believing in sunrise. And every trumpet shining through the blue sounds like a promise pulling through. Oh, no matter how far I roam, tomorrow still feels like home. Old mistakes and faded maps, dreams that slip through little cracks, names I've loved and names I've lost, lessons learned at every cost. And me learning that hope isn't something you find, it's something you carry. Morning painted the horizon gold, the cross fields and roads I didn't know. The night released its hold on me like a bird returning to the breeze. I realized every wrong turn made had somehow helped me find my way, and every dream that fell apart had built a stronger heart. Because tomorrow isn't just a place, it's the courage to keep your faith, the stubborn light that survives the storm and keeps the spirit warm. I'm still chasing tomorrow with a little Tomorrow is still waiting for me. Still chasing tomorrow. The city sleeps beneath the veil of rain. Street lights shimmer on the window pane. A midnight train rolls out of sight, carrying dreams into the night. The radio hums a worn-out tune, soft as shadows beneath the moon. And somewhere beyond the neon glow, a restless heart still wants to go. I packed my hopes in an old suitcase, along with fears I couldn't quite erase. A photograph tucked inside. Rain paints silver on the boulevard. Neon halos glow through the dark. A tired moon hangs over town, watching restless souls wander around. A trumpet sighs from a basement bar, like it remembers every scar. And somewhere between midnight and dawn, broken dreams keep holding on. There's a little club on Jackson Street, where lost hearts gather every week. The tables wobble, the walls are warm, but the music makes the broken feel reborn. An old man plays a weathered piano. His fingers move where memories go. Every chord tells a different tale of love that sailed and dreams that failed. A waitress with kind, tired eyes carries laughter through the night. She says everybody here has scars, that's how they know they're stars. The city whispers through the rain, every heartbreak leaves a refrain. This is where broken dreams find a song, where the lonely learn they still belong, where every scar becomes a melody, and every tear finds harmony. The saxophone cries, the trumpet blows, telling truths only midnight knows. Oh, hope survives when nights feel long, where broken dreams find a song. A young man sits beside the stage, writing poems on a coffee-stained page. He came to town with a suitcase full of plans. Now he's learning life firsthand. Across the room a woman sways, lost inside a smoky haze. She closes her eyes and softly smiles, like she's forgotten her troubles for a while. The drummer brushes a gentle beat, like footsteps down a memory street. And every note floating through the air feels like an unanswered prayer. Some dreams shatter, some dreams bend, but the music helps them live again. This is where broken dreams find a song, where the lonely learn they still belong, where every scar becomes a melody, and every tear finds harmony. The saxophone cries, the trumpet it glows, telling truths only midnight knows. Oh, hope survives when nights feel long, where broken dreams find a song. Last call echoes in the room, streetlights shimmer through the gloom. Old photographs and faded names still dancing through the flames. And me, finding pieces of myself tonight inside the music and the light. Starts to touch the sky, like forgiveness learning how to arrive. The crowd grows thin, the candles fade, but the music still remains. I step outside into the dawn, feeling stronger than before I came along, because every road that brought me here helped transform my doubt and fear. The city still wears its scars with pride, but now I see the beauty inside. How every ending can belong to the start of a different song. This is where broken dreams find a song, discover they're strong, where every loss becomes a line in a melody shaped by time. The saxophone sings as the sun appears, washing away the weight of years. Oh, even after all that's gone, broken dreams keep singing on. Yes, the night may fade, but the music stays, guiding souls through changing days. And somewhere beyond the dark unknown, broken dreams have found their song. The rain lets go, the morning grows, the city waits, the river flows. What the river taught me. The river rolled beneath the moon, keeping time with an old blues tune. Silver water, midnight sky, watching the years drift slowly by. A distant train cried through the dark, like a memory searching for a spark. And somewhere along that endless stream, the river taught me how to dream. I used to sit on the riverbank alone, throwing stones where the wild grass had grown, thinking life was a race to run, always chasing another sun. The current moved without a sound, never stories to places unknown, teaching me how to let go. An old fisherman once smiled and said, "Son, don't fear the roads ahead. The river never fights its way, yet it reaches the sea someday." The water whispered through the reeds like it understood what every heart needs. That's what the river taught me. How to bend without breaking free, how to carry scars with grace and still keep moving through every place. And every saxophone crying blue sounds like a lesson I once knew. Oh, the deepest truths are often free in what the river taught me. Years later in a distant town, I watched the same river winding down through factory lights and bridges, old past stories waiting to be told. I met a woman with autumn eyes who laughed like sunlight after rain. She said, "The heart's a lot like water, it survives every kind of weather." We walked beside the evening tide, sharing dreams we used to hide. And for a while the world stood still, listening to the river's will. The moon reflected on the flow like a mirror only old souls know. That's what the river taught me. How to bend without breaking free, how to carry scars with grace and still keep moving through every place. And every trumpet shining through the blue sounds like a promise pulling through. Oh, the deepest truths are often free in what the river taught me. Old bridges crossing silent streams, lost loves drifting through my dreams. Rain on water, stars above, the current carrying traces of love. And me learning that life isn't about holding on, it's about learning when to flow. Morning painted the water gold, turning silver stories into gold. The current moved just like before, but I wasn't the same anymore. I finally saw what the river knew, that endings become beginnings too. And every mile the water runs is another chance beneath the sun. The river never keeps the rain, never clings to joy or pain. It simply moves with quiet faith toward horizons it can't yet name. That's what the river taught me. How to trust what I can't always see, how to lose and still believe, how to heal and not deceive. And every saxophone greeting dawn sounds like the strength to carry on. Oh, life's greatest wisdom often comes gently in what the river taught me. Yes, the moon still shines on flowing streams, on broken hearts and hopeful dreams. And somewhere beyond eternity, still teaches me. The water rolls, the morning grows, the years drift by, nobody knows. But somewhere beneath the endless sea lies what the river taught me. The river taught me. The river rolled beneath the moon, keeping time with an old blues tune. Silver water, midnight sky, watching the